Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Tim, and today I'm continuing my playthrough of Knights over Stalingrad. We are up to the 27th of November turn. We started on the 24th of November, so this will be mission number 4. So let's go ahead and get started. Start with our weather roll. We got a 6, which is going to be heavy clouds. Let's see what all... I don't think this is all inclusive, but some of the effects are going to be if we have an escort mission. We have to roll to see if we have a successful rendezvous. And then it looks like it behaves similar to that lost contact card that we had earlier on. There's only going to be 2 rounds of combat, and there are no wingmen allowed. I assume that's for both sides. And then -2 DRM on flak attacks. One thing, we missed this before because it wasn't listed there. I want to see if there's any effects on ground attacks as well. Yeah, they also suffer from a -2. Excuse me. They also suffer from a -2 DRM for ground target attacks. All right. Let's see what our mission is going to be. We'll draw a random mission from the Morosovsky JG3 Staffel deck. We're going to be escorting returning JU-52s. So it looks like that rendezvous is going to be in effect. We'll have to roll to see if it's successful once we get there. Fly to sector H3. Let's get a rendezvous marker and put that there. So H3 is going to be here. So we'll rendezvous with 5 JU-52s. We roll on table C4 after rendezvousing for the Soviet forces. And then again, if that rendezvous fails, then the JU-52s will have to do the first round of combat on their own. And then we'll join in on the second round. After combat, escort the JU-52s to Morosovsky, earning +2 mission points for each surviving JU-52 landing at Morosovsky. Okay, so I guess technically this is kind of our target hex as well. Sometimes you rendezvous part way and then on your way to the target, so that's kind of what this rendezvous marker is for, but I'm actually going to replace it with this target waypoint because I believe since that is our mission target, we will not have to roll for an event when we move into that hex, unless we move in diagonally, which actually we may end up doing because we can get there in 2 moves if we move diagonally. So, all right. We get 4 fighters for this one. So let's select those. Yeah, hopefully we can get some positive mission points this time. We can get this guy repaired. I mean, I could have used my All Is Not Lost card at the end of the last mission to do that, but it seemed like it would be kind of a waste in that situation since we've still got plenty of aircraft and we only really need to spend 1 of the 5 that we would be granted. We'll save that in case things get a little more desperate later on. All right, so we'll take our ace gunboat with us, and I guess we'll just take. Do we want? Why don't we do both of our gunboats that are available? We'll take 2 of these veteran I keep saying gunboat, but remember this terminology is changing. Those are going to be called gondolas. All right, so we'll use these 4. So, just double check, make sure I'm not missing anything before we get into the flight phase. Mission phase is section 6. Did our weather, did our mission setup. Excuse me. Yeah, that's it. All right, so we are going to move to Oblovskaya. Since our flight consists of only fighters, we're allowed to move diagonally. That will incur a +1 die roll modifier to our event check. So we'll do that now. Well, 10 plus 1 is still going to be a 10. And that is definitely a, not those, an event card. Oh boy, ongoing dogfight. We might have a chance to pick up some extra aircraft here. Mission aircraft cite an ongoing air-to-air battle. Elect to join or avoid. Do not roll on B3, which is the term now, the detection advantage check. So for us, we're gonna come across a D3 of JRS 79s and 2 IAR 80s, which would be replaced by 109s if we were playing as the Romanian IAR 80s. And they're facing a D3 plus 5 of XIAP. And whenever you see that XIAP, usually it's in parentheses, but that indicates rolling on the C1 chart here to see which IAP they're actually from. Wow, so it's going to be between 6 and 8 fighters. But we're going to have 2 extra fighters and up to 3 JRS 79s. I'm not even sure what those are. First time I've done a mission involving them. Oh, they're Romanian bombers. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so if the mission is inbound to the cauldron or an airdrop, the JRS are considered to be carrying supplies, which it is. Well, no, we're not inbound to the cauldron or an airdrop. No, so never mind. If we were on a mission that was going to be taking us into the cauldron, or if we were on an airdrop mission, then they would be considered to be carrying supplies. So do we want to face 6 to 8 fighters with our, we'll have 6 total, because those 2 IARs will join us. The 80s. Then we got to try to protect those bombers. Yeah, you know what? Why not? We want to see things happen here, right? We lose a mission point if we decided to evade. So let's go for it. All right, so we need to grab 2 IAR 80s. We got an experienced one. Come on, 2 experienced IAR 80s. which they have A damage rating and a aircraft performance rating of 5, so not too shabby. And then we need to roll a D3 to see how many bombers are with them. And it's 2. I think in that case, the fewer the better. If they're actually carrying supplies, we will probably want as many as possible, because then you can score mission points for delivering them. Okay, so that's us. And then we're up against a D3 plus 5, was it? Yeah, D3 plus 5. Let's see how many there's going to be. Oh, good, only 6. And then we'll roll a D6 to see which IAP they're from. And a 6 is the 9th Guards, of course. Seems like that's all we've been getting. All right, so we need 6 of these. Now, there's no wingmen allowed. They didn't pull any wingmen, so that's fine. And remember, there's only 2 rounds of combat, so hopefully we can get some licks in on these guys, protect these bombers, score a few points, and then we'll have a couple extra fighters with us when we get to our rendezvous. All right. It said not to roll on the advantage. And it doesn't say that either side gets an advantage. So looks like we're just going to do straight rolls for the initiative. All right, so let's start with us. D12 plus 7. Oops. Oh, nice. 19. A D10 plus 7. Not so nice. Another D10 plus 8. That's very good. And D10 plus 8. Pretty good. All right. We'll save the bombers for last, since they'll always be at the end of the initiative of whatever box they're in. Let's do our 2 Romanian fighters. D8 plus 5. That's going to be a 6. And another D8 plus 5 is 10. All right. Let's hope they roll low here. We got 2 aces, so D12 plus 5 for them. Yikes. 16. And there we go. 8. Go ahead of us. Then we got 4 at D10 plus 5. And we'll just go right across the line there. So first one is going to be 10. And he'll go ahead of this one. 7. Big roll. 14. And 12. All right, now we'll roll for these bombers. So D8 plus 3, 6. Probably see a bunch of undos in there. That's because I forgot to roll for the bombers and just proceeded with the combat. So I had to undo all that and come back. Another D8 plus 3, 5. Yikes. These guys are going to be in trouble. Of course, the Soviets are going to bypass everybody to get to them anyway, so I suppose it doesn't really matter where they're at. Okay. This terrible feeling that I'm going to end up losing more than one mission point here, and I would have been better off just evading this. Okay, so we've got a 3 differential of 3 here on this first attack, so we can use this positional advantage card. We're going to go ahead and do. The no die roll required means that basically the maneuver automatically succeeds. Some of them you have to roll to see whether it succeeds or not. So we're going to get an attack with a +1 to our 2-hit DRM for the first attack, and then a second attack with a -1 DRM. So the first time I played this out, I destroyed this guy. So let's see if I can repeat that performance. All right, D12. 9 + 1 is 10. Okay, so we got our two hits again like we did before. So we got a 3 and a 3. That wasn't quite as good. All right, so 6 damage. Dorsal gunner killed if he had one, but he does not. All right, so his damage check, he passed. Yeah, see, he failed before. All right, well, we'll just have to take what we get this time around. Okay, now we get a second attack with a -1 DRM. And that one missed. Yeah, definitely not good. All right, return that to the deck. So this guy will attack him. D10. Hey, there we go. 2 hits. 2 and 2. So 4 more. Puts him up to 10. Damage check. Failed. All right, so the Soviet fighters, like I said, are going to bypass our fighters and go after the next lowest bomber, which is going to be this one. So he's going to attack here with a D12. Ooh, 2 hits. 3 and 2, and okay, dorsal gunner kills do not apply to bombers though, so but he's going to do 5 damage to us. Damage check. Failed. Return fire from the bomber. Misses. Okay. This isn't looking good. All right. He's going to go after him. D10. Missed. This one will go after this bomber. D10. 2 hits. That's going to do it. 5 more damage. He's destroyed. We'll roll for the fate of the crew. D8 for a bailout check. They fail to bail out, so they are killed. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Label. Okay, yeah, these just say label. Some of them say change label, some of them just say label. Label. Change label. All right. While we're on the topic of bailing out and evading, which we didn't get a chance to evade that time, But Dan had shared with me a while back some interesting stories about kind of the reasoning behind this mechanic in the game. And I guess, according to him, the front lines in this battle were quite fluid, and there were partisans from both sides that were either helping pilots to escape or helping them to get captured, depending on which side they were on. And apparently, there were also cases where other pilots would be flying by and see a downed aircraft and actually land next to them in a field or something and rescue the pilots. So that's kind of what's kind of going on, what's being represented there by those two die rolls that you make for your bailout check and your evasion check. All right, let's keep going here. That guy's done. Which means this one's now going to go after this one. Now, if these guys actually manage to survive, no, Oboskaya. I think the red means that airfield's been destroyed. Yeah, it would have to be a gray for us to be able to land there. So never mind. Yeah, I got overrun last couple days, remember? Okay, so D10 against us. Missed. Good. We get return fire. Missed as well. All right. Again, this one's going to bypass and go after this guy. D10. Missed. Return fire. Also missed. So we can attack here. D8. One hit. Ooh, A rating too. Nice. Only 3. Damage check. Passed. All right, so he will get to go next and go after our other bomber, the D12. One hit. 3 damage. And damage check. Failed. Critical. 3 more damage. So damage check was 6 damage. Ooh. All right, return fire. Missed. Okay, we get to go here. D10. 2 hits. Nice. Ooh, at the A. Come on. 2 5s would be perfect here. Oh. So 7 damage. Damage check. All right. Well, they get another shot to take this guy out. I think any hit's going to do it. And there it is. They got both of the bombers. Man, I think that's minus 8 points, plus the pilots. All right, let's see if this pilot manages to get away. Bailout check, yes. Evasion check, no. He's captured. All right. mess something up again. The guys that bypass are supposed to stay in the initiative box and can be targeted. All right. Well, I don't remember where the other one would have been. I think it was here. So I think these guys would have all had other targets that they would have had to go after anyway. But in this case, he's actually still there. So now this guy can target him. Hopefully I didn't. I'll leave a note in the comments if I should have gone after the other fighters that bypassed. But I don't think so. All right, so D8. Missed. Didn't matter. All right. That was a horrible round 1. Let's go for round 2. D12 plus 7. 10. Do all the aces first, I guess. This one would be next. D12 plus 5. 15. D12 plus 4. 7. Let's see. We got some D10 plus 8s here. 15. And 16. Then we've got a D10 plus 7. 13. Who's going to be next? Looks like these are all D10 plus 5s. 13. 10. 14. And 14. And we have a couple of D8 plus 5s. 8. And 7. Wow. Okay. We're going to go here, the D10. 1 hit. 3. Some 6. Whoops. Damage check. Passed. All right, there are no bombers left, so the Soviet fighters will no longer be bypassing. They'll always choose to do head-on if it's available, so he's going to go head-on here. We do have the option to use this Hartmann escape, but kind of prefer to use that if it's a lower experienced fighter going after me. All right, so he gets a D12, we get a D10. He missed. We missed. Technically, we'd need to roll to see which one of these goes next. I don't think it really matters, so we'll just say this guy's next. So D10 against us. Ooh, 2 hits. 2 and 3 makes 5. Damage check passed. All right, then this one. Huh. 2 more hits. 2 and 2 makes 4, which just barely avoids destruction. Let's see if we can pass this damage check. No. All right, then we can go head on here. Or we could attempt this. I mean, we're more than likely toast if we... Man, he'd have to roll a hit, I guess, so... Got a 50-50 chance of hitting us in a head-on attack. Of course, this says avoids attack. So I'm thinking maybe you can only play this when you're the defender. Maybe it should specify that. Yeah, I'm guessing that's probably the... Okay, yeah, because it says the enemy gets their normal attack plus the second attack. Of course, I guess in a head-on situation, I guess... Oh, but can you play? Maybe you can't play... Maybe you can't play dogfight cards in a head-on. That would probably make sense. You're not going to be doing any sort of maneuver. You're just going straight at them. Let's see. Probably under dogfight cards, section 12. Can only be used by fighters in BF 110s. Usage. Your exemption. Extra attack, card play. It doesn't say anything in section 12 about it. Let's look in the part about head-on attacks. It's combat for each fighter. Yeah, it doesn't say anything in there either. So I guess sounds like you could use a dogfight card in a head-on attack. But I don't know. That's because, I mean, technically in a head-on, you're both the attacker and the defend. Both of you are attackers and both of you are defenders. So I'm not sure what... Oops. Like for the success, who would be considered the attacker to go to action taken and who would be considered the defender to go to breaks off. Might need to get some clarification from Dan on that one, but I think I'm not going to play it at this time, even if I'm able to. So we're just each rolling a d10 against each other. Mine first. Missed. Missed. Okay. All right. Let's clean these up. Next up, we got this one going head on here. So we get a d12, he gets a d10. Ooh, nice. 2 hits and 1 hit back. So 2 hits on him with an A. Come on, where are those 5s at? 6. Oh, it doesn't matter. He already had 7 damage on him. So he's going to be destroyed, but then he does 1 hit back to me for 3. He's destroyed. Let's hope we can get his pilot. So bailout check succeeded. Evasion check also succeeded. All right. See if we can take this guy out here. D8. How much damage does he have? He's got 10, so any hit will do here. Yes. 3 down. I figured now would be the time I'd pull a 5. That'd be super overkill. All right, so he's destroyed. We can get this ace. That will help make up for a lot of lost points. So evasion check, or a bailout check. Failed. Nice. So he's KIA. Alrighty. So this guy's got nothing to do. All right. And because of the heavy clouds, that will end the combat. So let's see how we fared here. Let me double check, but I'm pretty sure destroyed bombers are 4 points. Friendly bomber destroyed, yes. So that's -8 there, plus each of the pilots was killed or captured, so that's another 1 each for them. So we're at -10. But then we shot down 2 fighters, so that's 4 points, puts us to -6. And the killed ace is 5 points, so -1. So it ended up the same as if we had evaded them, other than the fact that a couple of our fighters took damage. One of them actually flipped, but on the plus side, we do have 2 IAR-80s at our disposal now. So I guess overall it was a plus. We're sitting at -1. We'll won't count that one yet because we don't know what else might happen to him. All right, so let's go ahead and clean this up. And these can go away. Clear off that label. Okay, return to deck. These can get returned. Let me fix their labels first. All right. And then these can all go back in the current flight box. We'll reset that back. Okay. Well, this seems like a pretty good stopping point. I think we're pretty close to an hour here, so we'll conclude there. We finished off this ongoing dogfight event. And we'll pick it up from there. So thanks everyone for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next episode for more Nights over Stalingrad. Bye for now.